Oh shoot, we're down here. What the heck? All right, I think we're good. Yeah, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. We're good. Okay, someone said it looks good. All right. Give it a few minutes just to kind of catch up and figure it out. Good. All right, here we go. It's 9:30. What's up, everybody? My name is Josh Nolan. I'm here in Reno, Nevada. A little bit about me. I graduated from San Francisco State. I wrestled there. Originally from Quincy, California. And then I coached college at Northern State University in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Coached also at Wayland Baptist in Plainview, Texas. And then I most recently have been coaching at I coached at Legends of Gold out there in South Dakota for 3 years, and just recently moved to Reno, Nevada to start Silver State Wrestling Academy and get a little wrestling going out here on the West. So I'm excited to be here. I love sharing. I love this platform and what everybody's been doing so far. So cool to see everybody doing their thing and coaching and showing their stuff, because we can all get better in these uncertain times, and wrestling community is such a strong thing. We always find a way to make it work. So I'm happy and proud to be a part of this. So just a little insight into what we're going to do. We're going to go through a gymnastics type warm up. Let's get the body loose, get the body going, and then go into some drills that I like to do that get the body going. Work strength, work coordination, work mat awareness, and then talk about some positions that I think are really important to succeeding at a high level. So without further ado, we're gonna kick it off. Mess with this. All right. Let's get after it. Let's go. Yes. All right. So first thing we're going to do, we're just going to go in. We're going to do some forward rolls. We're just going to do some tumbling. I'll come back and check in here every once in a while here. Okay. So make sure you see me out here. First thing, we're going forward rolls. Okay. And we're just coming up in a wrestling stance every time. Next one, we're going to do a forward roll into a straddle. Okay, come over here. So for this one, keeping our legs nice and wide, getting a good stretch here. Good stretch. Keeping our legs as straight as we can. Next one here, we're going to do the same thing with the straddle, but we're going to go with a backward roll. Okay, so backward roll with the straddle. Okay, now next one, we're going to go backward roll. This time we're going to extend our arms, push all the way up to a handstand. What I'm looking for here is control of the position and to push straight up and try to hold my my handstand. So holding that handstand is important, right? We all know a wrestler that's had shoulder surgery. You know, we put a lot of damage on our shoulders throughout our careers. So it's important just to work on that strength, work on that stability, and really make sure that joint is as solid as possible. So I like to do a lot of handstands to really work on that strength in this extended period. So now we're going to do a forward roll right into a handstand. Couple more. So again, working on that strength, pushing up, being able to extend. Now we're going to go into some handstand walking. So getting up on our hands, walking multiple directions too. I know everybody knows the handstand walk forward. So adding a little coordination and going forward, backwards, and side to side as well. Check it. All right. So first one, just handstand walking forward. Go down and back. Goodness. Right there. All right, now, next one, gonna be handstand walking backwards, okay? So get up in that handstand, hold it, and then walk backwards. Whew. Shake it out a little bit. Shake it out. Now we're gonna go to our right and to our left. All right. Get up in that handstand. Just move it. To the right, now to the left. Oh, God. All right, my shoulders are good and warm. Okay, now some kind of basic tumbling, just going cartwheels, and I'm gonna alternate sides every time. So with the cartwheel, I wanna focus on keeping our arms and legs as straight as possible. Okay, really throwing our heels over our head and going as quick from point A to point B as possible. Okay, now we're gonna do We're gonna do cartwheels rather, now with one arm. Okay, so typically when you do your one arm cartwheels, you usually do it with your lead leg hand. Okay, I'm gonna do both. Okay, so the first one, when I go, I'm gonna do it facing the wall with my left arm, and then I'm gonna follow that back up with my right arm, which is my back arm. Okay, so a little bit different. Okay, one arm cartwheel right there. Now, same side with the other hand, one arm. Right here. Opposite direction, one arm. Back hand. One more. Front hand. Back hand. Front hand. Back hand. Whew. Okay, now building up to our round offs. We're gonna do a round off and we're gonna focus on exploding. So this time, when I do my round off, I'm gonna start from my knees. Okay, so I start in this, I call it a rock over position. So I'm starting in this position right here, really a wrestling type position, right? Where I'm about to shoot, I'm getting my foot dug in the mat. I'm gonna drive off this back leg and hit my round off. Looks like it. So again, in that wrestling rocker step position, exploding out, getting my hips all the way through, trying to land straight up and down. Okay, so that's just a good way to create that power, to create that momentum, getting our hips all the way through. Now I'm just gonna hit a couple round offs regularly. Hitting those, and everything, I want to do it fast and explosive, right? And I have a lot of reps here, so I'm able to kind of go. But as you're learning it, you know, I really truly believe that it's important to go fast, right? And as you go faster, the details kind of you'll start figuring them out on ways to go faster. So starting kind of with the whole movement and then getting more precise as you get better with it. So now I like to have all my athletes, you know, at least attempt backward tumbling out of their round off. So whether a back handspring, back tuck, backwards roll, it's all good. But I want them to develop that sense of, you know, of control to where they're able to go backwards and to do it. So for me, I just do, I'll show all three. So back handspring, my back handspring is gonna be super ugly. My back tuck will be a little bit better. And then the backward roll is, I'll show you first. So going round off, rebound, backward roll. Rebound, backward roll. And you can add to that where you're pushing up or stringing skills together. Really, gymnastics and tumbling is about being as creative as possible. So back handspring, bear with me here. So round off, right there. Oh. All right, so got the round off. Last but not least is the backward tuck. So really focus on jumping up, right? You'll see a lot of people that are scared to do it. They're not gonna jump up. They're gonna try to jump out like their back handspring. So I'm really focused on exploding up, and then tucking. More. Okay, so that does it for the tumbling. See about that. So that's it for the tumbling. Let me see. Any questions? Are we good? How do you do all again? Okay, so now a couple things I like to do, kind of get the legs warmed up, get the hips warmed up. It's just a duck walk, okay? So when I do this duck walk, I'm focused on getting my feet, my hip feet wide and dropping my butt down in between here, okay? So I want that good mobility in this position. My chest is up, okay? I'm gonna walk forward, down, and then backwards back, okay? This is right here, walking forward, big chest, right there, and then backwards back. Right there. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing, just we're going to be in the same position, and now I'm gonna move laterally here with a little hop. I'm really focused on bouncing off my toes, okay, and keeping my head and chest up here. So I'm bouncing, bouncing. And you do that a couple times up and down the mat, your calves are gonna be on fire, you'll be burned up. So that's a great way just to create that strength right there. So now, last one here, last two. So we're gonna do a knee jump, and I see a lot of people that do these, and you know, it is really good. A couple things I'm focusing on when I'm doing my knee jumps, okay? I'm starting with my laces down, okay? If you put your toes in the ground, you know, it just kind of encourages cheating and takes away from some of that explosion. So my laces are down here, and I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna put my feet where my knees are, okay? So I'm just replacing my knees with my feet. I'm gonna explode up, okay? And then stand all the way up. Okay, so right here, really exploding, using my body to explode up, throwing my hands and getting up right here. Stick it, okay? I don't want to be falling forward. I don't want to be off balance. I want to stick it. So I explode up right there. One more, explode. Do three more here. One, two, four more, three. Okay, so now adding to that, we're gonna go a knee jump to a broad jump. Okay, again, controlling the motion, controlling these positions. I don't want to be falling all over the place and off balance, okay? I want to stick my landings. Okay, so again, starting laces down, exploding up, and then exploding out. So up, here, out. Up, out. And two more. Up. Okay, and these are not, you know, necessarily conditioning moves. These are movements that I like to use to teach athletes how to explode and how to get out out of their stance, their stagger stance quickly to get to their attacks. So it's, especially in a warm-up, I'm not really worried about whether athletes are going super fast and using it as conditioning. I'm using it as an explosive movement to train and to build strength, to get stronger, to get faster. Okay, so moving on. Okay, a couple more drills. I'm sure you guys have seen wall walks before. I'm just going to knock out 5 wall walks. Okay, so I'm back arching and I'm walking my hands down the wall until I get to my head. Okay, over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Walk it down. Walk it down. All right. So wall walks, and now into some more wrestling related skills. Okay, working on our hip heist. Okay, so when I'm hip heisting, I mean, it's really, I think to me, this is one of those key skills that we got to be teaching, we got to be learning, because it happens all the time in wrestling. Top, bottom, neutral, freestyle, Greco. There's always positions where we're needing to turn our hips down to the mat really quickly. So having this skill is really important. So I'm gonna show just a little progression to our hip heist. So just starting on the mat, right here in our referee's position, I'm just gonna step up, okay? So I step up and I'm gonna sit under right here, okay? My butt is off the ground, okay? I can even add in a little crab walk here. Now the foot that I step up with, okay, is gonna go under my other leg, and I'm gonna turn back in on the mat. And I end up right back in my referee's position, just did a 180-degree turn. Again, step up, sit under, what goes under? Step up, sit under, heist. Okay, so now, as you get more proficient with it, we put it all together, okay? So I'm really working on exploding through this motion and getting my hips all the way through. So right there. Right there. Do 2 more. Get out of the way. Over here. This is my son, Jordan. If you guys haven't seen, if you follow me on any social media, he's my right-hand man. He's my guy. He's always hanging out. He's rocking the South Dakota national team singlet from, I think they're still using these. But he's rocking that. Coach Chisholm Fink from Augustana hooked him up with that when, shoot, he was young, probably a couple weeks old. So shout out Chisholm. He just got married as well, so congrats to Chisholm. So again, stepping up, explode. Step up, explode. 2 more. Step up, explode. Step up, explode. Right there. Okay, so that's hip heisting from the mat right there. Okay. So now, adding a little progression, and there's some other things if you have partners that you can do for the hip heist, add a little bit of challenge to it. But if you have a wall in your home or a wall mat, here's a great progression to it. So we're just gonna do wall hip heist. I'm gonna do 3 on each side. Okay, so we're gonna start nice and tall. I'm gonna walk it down, explode out, and hip heights. Walk, 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 explode. So I'm walking out, I'm exploding out, and I'm not hitting my elbows. I'm not hitting my chest. Okay, I'm staying nice and tall as I get down and then up as far away from the wall as possible. 3 more to the left. Walk, 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 explode. Walk, 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 explode. Walk, 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 explode. Go get yours. It's your set, dude. Go do it. Okay. Okay, now talking about, I talked about a little bit of our rocker step position and just making sure that we're doing these. Jordan, hey buddy, you gotta come over here, okay? You're okay. Just making sure that we're doing these things correctly and we're teaching them correctly. Okay, so when I get to this rocker step position, okay, a couple things that I don't want to do here is be super spread out. Okay, my hips, okay, are square to my knee. My chest is over my knee. I've got this lean over my knees over my toe, and I'm leaning out forward. Okay, right here. Okay, now as I pull through here, okay, and I'm driving, off of my back foot and pulling with my hamstring on my front foot. I'm pulling forward. Okay, come over here, bud. Okay, and I'm pulling forward, and I'm gonna bring my hips all the way through. So it looks like this, reaching out. And I stand nice and tall. Okay, so I've got this rock, I'm leaning, okay, and I'm driving my knee over my toe. There's no step here, okay? There's no step. I'm driving my knee over my toe, and I'm getting my hips through. Okay, I make myself small. As I'm shooting, I make myself small. I don't want to go in with this big chest. Okay, I'm not stepping and just walking. Okay, I'm driving my hips through. I'm exploding. Drive. Here, driving, hips through. Hips through, okay? Notice my trail leg comes up, head up, hips in, back straight, elbows in. Okay, now as you build off of this, you can start getting through, hitting the corner. Okay, so I'm here, lunge forward, reaching out, here, hit, corner. Here, hips in, corner. Hips in, corner. Hips in, corner. Okay, so really focus on getting my body in great position to be able to score on my leg attacks. Okay, so now going into some footwork skills, okay, things that I like to teach to all my athletes, all ages, is just being able to move their feet well, right? We can talk about all the setups, all the leg attacks, everything, that we kind of look at as wrestling, but none of that works if we can't get our feet set, right? If we can't move our opponent, if we can't get them guessing, get their feet moving to set them up, and at the same time, get our feet set. So just first one right here, we're just gonna swisher step, okay? So what I'm doing, I'm just gonna start my feet square, okay? My feet square, my feet moving. All I'm gonna do is one foot's gonna move forward, one foot's gonna move back. I'm not just stepping forward and I'm not stepping back, okay? I'm swishing and level changing. So my feet are gonna split this line and I'm gonna break down. Right here, okay? I like to check the mat with my inside hand. I keep my attack hand up, ready to go. Okay, notice my chest. I like to get a little bit lower than some maybe, okay? So I'm here, okay? You could be right here, but the big thing is my chest is over my knee. So again, hit a couple here, boom, back to square, boom, back to square, boom, back to square. Okay, notice my feet are tapping. I just want that perpetual motion. I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just tapping, 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 swisher. Back square. Tap, swisher. Tap, tap, swisher. Tap, tap. Okay, go 5 to the other leg now. Swisher. 3. One more. So getting in and out of that square stance, quickly getting my feet ready to shoot, getting my body in a position that I can explode from. Okay, now, so out of that swisher, we're just gonna go to a jab step. Okay, so as I jab here, my feet are gonna be light. I'm under control, just like in our knee jumps and broad jumps. I'm always keeping my body under control. I don't like a lot of extra movement, right? I don't like my arms flailing all over the place. My head, moving a bunch, okay? I stay always under control. So I'm gonna swisher right here. I swisher, I just jab forward, and then my feet catch up. I'm really focused on getting my back foot set, chest over my knee, and driving forward. Then my feet come back and catch up. Okay, so I'm here in my stagger stance. Over here. In my stagger stance, or in my square stance, excuse me, I swisher, jab. Swisher, jab. So up and down the mat a little bit. Swisher, jab. Swisher, jab. Swisher, jab. Boom. So that's the jab step right there. Now we're gonna go swisher, level change. Now this time we're gonna get low single low, okay? Low single low. So I'm really, really low. I'm gonna reach my hands out and I'm gonna slide on the top of my shoe, on my shin. And I'm just gonna pull myself along. Every time I'm gonna end up in great low single position, okay? Over here, you wanna do it? Okay, so I'm in my square stance, get my feet tapping, I switch the level change. Now, look, I'm low, my hands are gonna reach out, and I'm pulling myself. Force yourself to end in this position right here. Okay, hands wide, knees wide, okay, butts down on my heel. Okay, so again, switch the level change, pull, end up right here. Level change right here. Two more. Boom, right there. Okay, so just really getting ourselves in a great position right here. All right. So with that, let's take just like 2 minutes or 1 minute. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink. Oh man. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Hope everybody's staying. I say Mark is in here. I'm gonna send him to you soon, coach. He needs some top work. He needs some top work. All right. So with the last thing that we did, so that's a really good low single drill. Creates that good pattern to get to our low single, to get that motion where I'm really level change. I'm getting low and I'm getting out and I'm striking at the foot. I'm snagging it, okay? So working in to some low single stuff. I want to talk about, so a lot of times when you see kids or adults or anybody hit low singles that maybe don't have the real technical grasp of it, okay, you see a lot of this where they start really high and they drop. Okay, so their knee is replacing their toe and they're dropping, right? And you see kids end up like this, okay, with their head down and their head down and their tail up. Okay, what I want to avoid that. It's not a knee drop, right? Where if I'm ankle picking, boom, that's a knee drop. Okay, a low single, it's still a penetration shot. Okay, so I'm penetrating and I'm striking the foot. Okay, so again, get into my swisher, get into my staggered stance, nice and low. Okay, as I shoot this shot, I'm gonna roll my knee over my toe and I'm gonna snag the foot right there. And now I end up, forearm's gonna be on the mat, heads up, butt down, laces down here, and my knee's nice and wide. So this should be the position, okay? My head's up and in to the knee, okay? On the inside part of the knee. It's not down. I'm not trying to hook it with my neck. My butt's down, head's up, back straight, and my knees are wide. Okay, so again, I'm level changing, and I strike. I'm getting here. Level change, strike. Okay, I'm using this inside hand. This is my break hand. Okay, I'm not taking two hands to the leg. I'm breaking myself right here. I'm stopping myself from going too deep, from going between my opponent's legs. I want to try to stay out in front of them. Okay, first level change, boom. Snag it right there. Okay, so drilling that. If you have a dummy that you can use, that's great. Otherwise, if you have a training partner, obviously that's even better. But if you have a mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, grab them, just make them stand there. All they have to do is just stand there with their feet like this. Okay, so I'm going to use this dummy right here, just standing up against the wall, his feet a little wider. Okay, and I'm standing. Okay, positionally, when I'm shooting my low single, I want to get to half man. Okay, so what that means is I'm cutting off half of my opponent's body. I'm putting my trail leg hand, my post hand. Okay, that hand should be directly in front of my opponent's nose. Okay, so I'm shooting straight into the leg instead of diving across one way or another. Okay, so here, right here, I'm just gonna break down, shoot my low single. Right there. Go both sides. Get my feet set. Okay, so striking that foot, staying nice and low, exploding, maintaining great position, maintaining a great speed too. I'm not hoping that I get there. Right, I pull the trigger on a low single. I'm expecting to get there. I'm expecting to get that foot. Okay, so there's no half shots. There's no, being afraid of the contact. I'm going out and I'm like a snake. Boom, striking that foot. Okay, so now just working on some different setups and just misdirection things that we can do to get to our low single. Just some footwork. Okay, first one is just kind of your basic misdirect. Okay, so I'm gonna level change. I'm gonna shoot my regular low single, and then I'm gonna drive off my knee. Okay, and I'm driving laterally to get to that other foot. It's gonna be their back leg. So really, the defensive person is gonna look like this. You shoot at this leg, they pick it up, boom, we're scoring on that back leg. Okay, so right here, I'm in my stagger stance. I'm nice and low. I strike, back knee comes up, boom, and I end up in that same low single position right here. Again, level change, boom, boom. I'm just driving off my knee. Being fast, working on being quick, being low. Notice, I'm not doing this. I'm not going down. Okay, it's gonna be really hard if all my momentum's going down to get back across. It's really not gonna happen, it's too slow. Okay, so I'm here, strike, strike. Nice and low, darting across. Now, you can do that same attack. Now, I'm gonna go the same attack. This time, I'm not gonna fully hit my knee. Okay, I'm gonna keep my lead leg foot in the mat. Okay, so I go here, and I'm really selling this motion to this side here, and I'm shooting across. Okay, so this knee doesn't hit the mat until I'm already on my opponent's leg. Okay, from this angle, I'm here, right there. Strike, moving. Okay, adding your fakes. You can add your motion. Be creative here. Now I go, end up right here. Right there. There. So again, driving across, driving laterally. Boom. Get into that leg. My knees haven't been on a wrestling mat in too long. Okay, so now I talked about it just a second ago, using our fakes in motion. Really that's gonna be your best setup for your low single. It's gonna be your fakes, your motion, okay, your level changes, really freezing your opponent. All we're looking for is this, right? We don't have to have these big moments where we're scoring. When I'm freezing my opponent, I just need this, just a little hesitation. So as I'm here, right, I can use little level changes and deep fakes, there, and always coming back to my stance, coming back to a position where I can explode up. Okay, when I take this deep fake, I can't shoot from here. I'm spread out. I'm not in great position, really. Okay, I come back, load my feet. Now I can shoot again. Okay, so adding in that motion, we're faking, level change, fake. Okay, so I'm freezing my opponent. Okay, good hard freeze, and go. Fake it. Circle. Okay, I have my circle. Fake. Circle. Fake. I chop out. I'm moving. I'm getting my legs. Okay, and the biggest thing is my feet are getting set before I shoot. I'm not rolling into attacks. I'm not falling over. Okay, hands and feet are moving constantly, and I'm just looking for my opponent to start guessing where I'm gonna be. Okay, and having this motion, it sets up all your other attacks. If you're a double leg person, okay, this works just the same. Okay, it works just the same. Same for your high crotch. Okay, we can get our opponent guessing, and as they're guessing, what are they thinking? Thinking, oh, this person's fast. I need to get my hands on them. I need to slow them down. So as they start reaching for us, right? They start reaching, oh, we're gone. I can level change and I can shoot. Okay, so we're in here faking, moving, faking, right circle, fake, hands up. And I'm just getting my opponent to reach, to guess, to want to put their hands on me. Okay, so that's some of the stuff that I like to do with my athletes, to get them moving their feet, to get them faking, right? And as we progress, obviously, we have to hand fight, we have to get our hands on people, but when we're talking about the position that we're in right now, and where everybody's not lucky enough to have a brother or a cousin or somebody at their house that they can train with right now. So these are things that we can do on our own to really get working. Like, I'm sweating right now. I'm getting a workout. I'm getting, my heart rate up. And so that's something that we can do every single day at our house. You hear the tales of John Smith and the dedication that he put into his stance motion every single day when he was, on his run, through world and Olympic titles, NCAA titles at the same time. He was dedicated to his stance in motion, and that just being dedicated to your craft, being dedicated to, your style, it pays off dividends. And you don't need your mom, your dad, your coach, anybody else to be there over you and telling you how to do it. Just get your hands and feet moving, fake, be creative, and put things together. Okay, so now going in, we're going to do, I just want to talk about a single leg drill, okay, a high crotch drill. And really this works for any attack, but a drill that I'm really big on. And me and Coach Creighton have been talking a lot. And if you don't know Coach Creighton, Brahman Creighton, he was one of my coaches at San Francisco State. He was a 2-time national champ for University of Nebraska, Omaha, 4-time All-American. He coaches down in Palo Alto. He's taught me a tremendous amount over the years. And what we were talking about is that real wrestling starts when the struggle happens, right? When you're in on an attack and your opponent's sprawling, they're stuffing you, they're trying to defend, they're trying to stop you from doing what you want to do. That's when the wrestling happens, okay? So getting to the legs and getting to attacks, that's all great and it's all super important. But if we don't know how to react when people are putting pressure on us and people are working against us, then it's going to be really hard to score against elite competition. So a simple drill that you can do to create some of this motion right here is that all I'm going to do, I'm just going to get out like I'm in like a high crotch extended position, right? My opponent's over the top of me. I'm extended here. This is bad position, okay, where I don't want to be. I got to get my lock back close to my body, okay, and I got to get my hips in and my head and chest up, okay? So all I'm going to do, I'm going to drive off this trail leg right here, and I'm going to jump my knee up to my hands, okay? So I'm here, and I jump, okay? I'm pushing off, and my hips and head come up, and I'm back in this good position. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to windshield wipe my foot and cut the corner right here. Now I'm just going to go back down. Okay, so the drill looks like this. Hips and head up, corner. 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 I'm really focused on getting my hips up and in. Drive, jump, corner. Okay, so that's a simple drill that you can add in. Again, you don't need a partner to do this. You don't need a partner to work on these positions. Okay, last little technical piece that I want to talk about, okay, is just get into our single leg, okay, our single leg motion, and really focusing on rotating on our knee, okay? You see a lot of times, athletes, we're taking these long sweeping shots and we're taking our body out of position, okay? We're really not, we're going away from our opponent instead of into them, okay? So when I shoot my single leg, it's still a straight on attack. And when I'm working to get the corner, I'm rotating on my lead leg knee, okay? So I'm in my stance, okay? Could be staggered, could be square, okay? I'm gonna step, squat, and then I'm gonna penetrate, okay? My step, it's not straight in, it's not an inside step, it's a diagonal step, okay? So I'm stepping out, right here. Again, my chest stays over my knee, my elbows are in. Now, as my knee goes down, I'm gonna wrap right there. Okay, so I'm in my stance, step squat, spin. Come over here. Yeah, come over here. Okay, again, step, squat, spin. That's the verbiage that we use here. Step, squat, spin. Step, squat. Step, squat. And really, it's just a level change. Step, squat. Step, squat. Spin. I'm not sitting back on my heel. I'm not falling over. I've got step, squat, spin. I'm doing it this way. Step, squat, spin. I've got a little bit of a lean here. Okay, I'm not straight up and down. I'm leaning on my opponent here. Okay, as I drive up off my knees or go corner to finish across. I want this hand on the mat and leaning across. Okay, a couple more. Step, squat, spin, drive. Step, squat, spin, drive. Off our knees. Step, squat, spin, drive. Off our knees. Step, squat, spin, drive. Off our knees. Step, squat, spin, off our knees. Okay, so one thing that I've noticed that when you're first teaching younger kids how to get this motion, they have a hard time spinning on that knee. So this is a drill that we like to do before we even get into our single legs, just to create this motion, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start on my attack leg knee, okay, and facing the wall, square, right here. All I'm gonna do is rotate on my knee and kick the wall behind me. Okay, so I rotate right there. Again, in good position. Right here, rotate, spin. In this good position, I got to my single leg. Now I'm creating that angle. Right here, spin. Don't touch. Okay, so that's a drill that you can add in when you're teaching just how to do it. And it's a good thing to do to warm up with as well. Okay, let's see what time we got here. 10:22. All right, we're perfect. Okay, all we're gonna do, we're gonna close it up with just a little footwork drill. I actually did this same thing on my Instagram yesterday, but it's just we're gonna go through and it's just a speed thing. Okay, I'm just working on speed and really enforcing some of these positions and just getting my feet firing. Okay, so first one, we're just gonna swisher. We're just gonna bounce in and out of my square stance right here. Okay, that's the first one. Second one, I'm just gonna be in that stance. I'm just going forward and back. Forward and back. Again, my upper body's not moving a lot. Okay, I'm staying nice and strong. Third one is going to be, we're gonna cross them. Okay, hey, stop. Come on, quit. Put it. Come on, bud. We're almost done. Come on, do it with me. Then we're gonna cross them, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then the last one is just gonna be forward and back. Quick feet, okay? So, here we go. I've got a little timer going. We can get it started, okay? And this is just gonna be like 4 minutes of work here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, first one, swisher, ready, go. In and out, in and out. Time. Okay, forward and backwards now. Quick little break. Blow it out, control that breathing. Time. All right, crossing them. Here we go. 3, 2, ready, go. In and out, in and out. Working on that coordination, working on that speed, working on that calf strength. Woo. Woo. All right, last one this round. Over, over, back, back. Just going over and back on the line. Quickly, quickly, quickly. There you go. Woo, time. Right. Quick little break. Quick little break. And then we'll bounce back in. Don't touch. We'll go through one more round. High five. High five. There we go. Whew. Grab a drink. You got about 20 seconds left for a second round. Nice job. 5 seconds. Here we go. Last round. Push it. Feel great. Go. Time. Second one, forward and back. Both feet moving at the same time. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Keeping that upper body still. Time. Crossing them. 2 more. Should feel good. Get that burn. Get that heart rate up. Ready? Go. Time. Last one. Over and back. 4, 3. Whew, time. That's it. Whew, we made it. Time is at 10:28. So, just in closing, I just want to thank everybody that tuned in and watched. This is truly a blast for me. I love being able to reach new people and share wrestling, share athletics, share concepts. I think it's really important. And, you know, I'm kind of preaching to the choir right now because all of you guys are tuning in. You're open to new ideas. You're open to new ways of thinking, different ideas. So I commend you guys all for that. It's huge. It's what our sport needs. It's what our young athletes need to be introduced to, knowing that we can always get better, knowing that we can always learn something, right? I'm 30 years old. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly looking to learn more and get better. So, you know, moving forward, I'd love it if you guys would follow me on Instagram. It's jno_knows. I post as much wrestling content as I possibly can. I've been blessed enough to be around some of the best clinicians and best wrestlers that this country has to offer. And I feel very, very lucky to be able to share it with everybody. So I post everything I can on there. Also, I have a Facebook page. It's just Joshua Nolan Wrestling. So I hope that you guys can follow that as well. And then, they asked to give a Venmo. It's just Joshua Nolan 5. All of that money that I would receive is going directly to my club, Silver State Wrestling Academy. I also have these T-shirts for sale for anybody that wants them. If anybody is interested when this quarantine stuff is over and setting up a camp or a clinic or some kind of training, just holler at me. I love to travel around and talk to and teach as many people as possible. So with that, again, thank you. It was a pleasure. It was a blast. Let me know if I can help with anything else. All right. Have a great day, everybody. How do I end? That's not what I want to do.